Look at that, perfect timing. Oh, we'll wait and
2
see.
minutes.
Yeah, take them a little time to come online. Yeah. Penelope actually sent me a text saying, your times are wrong. And I went in and sure enough they were, so I corrected them.
Why, what times did you have set?
Well, I had you and I for 6:30 and her and I for 7 and me at 7. So, and I thought, that's not how I did it. So I went back and looked again. Hey, could be a short show, Sean.
No worried.
Oh, no, me neither. They'll show up eventually.
Or not.
Well, sometimes I find it shows on Facebook, and then when I deleted yours and mine last week, it disappeared.
Huh.
And so it was like, okay. Oh, wait, my Facebook. I think the cat's up on the top cupboard now.
Hi, Faye.
Hi, Faye. So, I'm just going to look into Facebook in case we get any interesting people tonight.
Hi, Kathy. I'm going to mute myself just for a second, and I'll be right back.
That's okay. He can mute himself for a few minutes. Just making sure I have Facebook up too, so that if anyone starts writing on it, I can remove them right away. Oh, and Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Okay. Interesting. It's funny because on here, hi, Cynthia.
Hi.
It goes, like if I look at the way they're going on Facebook, it's bottom up. On this, it's bottom down. So,
Faye.
Nice. Okay, in case you're wondering, the cat's doing something really weird over on this side of me, so I'll be probably jumping up to go rescue. Oh, Faye, the Empress. Oh, there she is. She's come down. The Empress, this is taking time out, relaxation. This is about you just laying back and being relaxed. But what it's also about is contemplation of where you're going and what you're going to do. And there's a lot of lilies on this. Isn't that your mom's name? I don't know if she's still alive or not, but I think she is. Maybe be in touch, see what's going on.
Hi, Faye. The card I was given for you is follow. See if I can do this. Follow the leader. And the message that's coming through really clear about this is that there's something going on in your life right now, and you should seek leadership in it. Someone or some piece of information that will help lay out the path for you. And trust that leadership when it shows up, because it's meant to be there for you right now.
Hi, Kathy. Glad you're here. Kathy, I picked the 10 of Swords. And this is literally, you know those, what are they? The float tanks. This makes me think of floating and removing all the stimulus around you and just allowing the voices to, well, spirit basically, to talk to you, to clear the energy around you so it's nice and calm and you're making decisions in a nice, calm, rational way. And this, it's beautiful because they're just floating. And it's funny because I can see the hair when I show it in the light in the water and how they're floating, but when I look at it, I can't see it. So this is just take time, maybe a nice relaxing bath, just contemplate where you'd like to see your life going in the next, well, I'll say 8 weeks.
And Kathy, the card I was given for you is very fitting. It's a sad embrace. And with it came the message, and now I know who the message is from. Came the message that it's time to let go. It's time to let go. It's time to feel that grief and allow it to pass so that it's not as sharp, and allow it to be something beautiful and wonderful. And it's time to let go and move on. Mike's biggest want for you is for you to be happy and for you to just go get on with your life. So it's a good time to say your goodbyes today and let go.
Yep. And that could be where the bath and soaking in a tub, because you're more relaxed and it would be easier, especially if you lit a couple of candles and put them around and tell him it's okay. He can go to light. It's time that you let go so he can have his healing process as well.
Yep.
Tracy, hello. How's Calgary? Tracy, I picked the Nine of Swords, and this is definitely a different card. It's a different deck, but this one makes me think of
reflexology,
but it's also making me think of, if you've got a head cold and you've got the pot of water and you've got the steam and you put the cloth over it and you're pulling the air in. So if you're having problems breathing or allergies, do it carefully. Make sure the water is not scalding and see if that helps. But this also makes me think that you might need to flip your bed, that you're not sleeping at night. So I'm going to suggest that maybe you look at that and flip your bed and see if that helps too.
Well, and I was presented with the home card for you. And what stood out for me was the owl up in the corner there, my right-hand corner. Might be your left hand, I don't know. And the message that came with it was that this is a time to be wise about you, to listen to you and what your needs are, and to put those needs first above all else. This is a great time to do that. So look after yourself, take care of your own needs first, and then you'll be able to help everyone else.
All right. So next is Cynthia. I'm having a hard time talking. My teeth are stuck, or my tongue's stuck to my teeth. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? And I pulled the Tower. And this is change. And it's a revolving change. It's not something that's just going to change and stop. There's more change. There's a revolving change because of the circle that goes like that. And there's a little burning there. So there could be some fires. No fun here. Sean, you have to tell them what happened. But there could be some fires here, Cynthia, you need to put out.
Oh, we're just having a giggle in the house tonight. I have the absolute pleasure of having my grandson with me for the next 10 weeks and helping him learn how to do some cooking this evening. And he set the electric stove on fire. Enough of a fire that we had to actually use water to put it out. That was kind of fun. No harm, no foul. No. Cynthia, the card I was given for you was protecting treasure. And the message that's coming with it is a little opposite than what the card says. I'm being told that this is a good time to open up your heart. That part of your heart that you hold near and dear, the part that most of us build walls around to protect, this is a good time to open it up and let that love that's inside of it shine through where it needs to.
Okay, so next is Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Jeanette, I pulled the Ace of Cups, and look, she's definitely beautiful. And she knows it. And so sometimes we do have to flaunt our beauty. But it doesn't mean we're taking it away from other people. We're just recognizing, Jeanette, that we are beautiful inside and out. And this also makes me think of a present coming towards you. It could be a piece of jewelry, but it could also be a message coming from someone who left you a piece of jewelry. And it just feels like it's a lot of fun. And there's a butterfly there, so definitely a message coming towards you.
That's interesting, because I was presented with the unexpected visitors. And Jeanette, the message that came with it is that I'm going to say it's a guy. There's a guy that's coming with a message that's going to touch you in a way that is beautiful and wonderful and will bring you nothing but joy and happiness.
All right. So
And that's all I got to say about that.
okay. So Margaret. Hello, Margaret.
Hi, Margaret.
I picked the Hierophant, and this one's to me is more about spirituality, and it's about reaching inside, finding your spirituality, and it's also about taking the time and to contemplate what you're going to do with it as you bring it forward. The other one is, this is a gentleman who's around you who would like to say hello. I don't know if he's brother, father, or son, but he would like to say hello to you and let you know he's okay. I don't know where the name Mike or Michael comes in, but I'm sort of going around that way. So it could be the M or the K.
And I was presented with the Strength card for you. And the spirit that's in the back of my vision there and yattering is saying, tell her that she doesn't really know how strong she really is. You have lots of support from the other side and strength that you have yet to tap. So be at ease. Everything's going to be fine, and you have what it takes to face whatever is going on.
Okay. Faye, could you just check on your mom and make sure everything's okay? Just a feeling, and I'd rather you checked on her and maybe talk to her just in case, okay? Penelope, hello, sis. So I like this. This is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is, like I said, a different deck. I've never seen the Ten of Pentacles like this. And this makes me think of a medicine woman who's bringing in the energy to bring that money towards you, or a shaman, or what's the other one I'm thinking of? Tibetan monk almost. And they're bringing the energy towards you. And this is about money. So they could be safeguarding your money. They could be telling you about around money. So I am saying be open, listen to it. And it could also be stockpiling. But there's a little, and Chinese New Year's, have we already had it? Or is it over? I have no idea when it is. But this could have a conjunction to Chinese New Year. And I don't know what it is this year, but I'm sort of guessing it might be the ox. And I have a friend who believes that if you get a white image of the Chinese New Year animal and you keep it in your house, it brings good fortune towards you. So give it a try. Let's see what happens.
I'll just be quiet on that one.
Okay.
I was presented with the Coming to Life card for you, Penelope. And it pretty much, the message is self-explanatory. This is a great time for you to come to life and explore who you are and just share that warmth and love with the world.
Well, Kathy, like we said, just take your time and let them move forward. I hope that
Let you move forward too.
Yeah, it does. It does allow you to move forward.
Yeah.
Hi, Carol. That's okay. That's how we used to spell Sean's name.
Until we found out that it wasn't spelled right.
Yes.
I'd
Okay,
say something
Carol.
about that, but I'll just be quiet.
Yeah. Well, hey, took me years to find out what my first name was. Okay, Carol, because I have an advantage and I know your mom passed just recently, to me, this is about her and it's the contemplation. I think you got it last time too. And it is the Seven of Cups. And this is looking back, remembering, having those memories and shifting through the ones you want to keep and the ones you want to let to the side. I do feel like your mom has gone to Bruce and that she's in a better place and they are together. Um, and I just feel like there's this union, but strange enough, I see another man around her. And it's almost like she's divided between two people, but Bruce is the one she's gone to. And that seems to be where she's happiest.
And I was presented for you the movement card. And I'm being told that this is a great time for you to pursue some project that you've been thinking about pursuing. This is a great time to actually get after it and pursue it and create some movement. That everything you do now will create the movement in it for later.
Okay, Margaret was, I just happened to look down at Facebook and she says that she's in the bush and that it's snowing there and service is spotty. And
Yeah.
it's like, wow, I hope you're nice and warm and you're inside and you're dry. Okay, hi, Lily. And this is our cousin, second cousin. Lily, I picked the devil for you. Look at that little vixen. I mean, this means to me that you may need to bring part of your personality to the forefront, but it's also just having that playful energy around yourself and enjoying life and not taking it too serious because technically you're not tied to anything. And this is spread your wings, Lily. Become the person you really want to be and don't be afraid to do it. And that's easy for me to sit here and say it. It took me a lot of years to become the person I really wanted to be.
Well, I was presented with two cards for you. The Moonlight card and the Field of Dreams card. And the band in the background. Just gotta love that band. They're playing Dancing in the Moonlight. And the message that's coming through is that this is a great time to just rejoice that there's some great things that are going to happen in the next 2 weeks that are just going to rock your world, and rejoice. Take them in. You deserve it. This is a great time in your life.
So, Marion, I picked the Knight of Swords. And as we know, normally the Knight of Swords is for a younger person, you know, up to about 35. But when I look at this, I don't see that as a younger person. What I see is someone who's struggled and they're literally putting their sword down and saying, I'm not fighting anymore. Did you hear that silent scream? She was on top of the keyboard. So I'm just saying that whoever this is, they're not going to be fighting anymore. They're putting their sword down. They have their white wolf beside them, and they are being led in the direction that they need to go in. And obviously for me, this is a man. And I'm just going to say, this is up to him.
And I was presented for you. I was asked to draw from a different deck. And I was presented for you. See if I can do this. The Eight of Raphael. There's something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right, a spiritual quest. And that's what I'm hearing too, is that this is a good time to let go of the old and come back to the new and just start a new journey. There's great rewards on it for you.
Come on. You just can't see keyboard. Just explaining the cat. She can come up. She just can't stand on the keyboard. Okay. So next is,
Sure.
and Cynthia, you're welcome. Sure. All right. I decided to change decks. Oops. Look at that. One little leaf fell out of the deck. Oh, nice. 10 of Cups. Look at all the brightness, the house in the distance, the two swans and their babies. This is a representation of the family that you're looking for and the way you'd like to see your family, and the grounding around it. Plus, swans could be a spirit guide for you as well.
Well, and that would fit into the card that I was presented for you, which is Into the Unknown. I'm trying to sort my head out here. And really the message that's coming through with it is that this is a great time to just venture into the unknown. Leap, and the net will appear. That's what I'm being told.
Okay, so next is, and someone may have to help me read them, Sean, because I'm too far away from the screen, but I believe next is
Well, we have Penelope says thank you. Margaret says thank you and God bless. I'm in the bush. Catherine says hi, D'Arcy and Shean.
Yeah. So Catherine's next. Catherine, get ready to make some moves and shifts and changes around you. This is about movement. This could be renovation, decoration. It could be helping someone move, at which point I'm going to say be really careful when you're helping someone move that you're not lifting something too heavy. And the other portion of this is just being aware of the tires on your car and you're using the right tires for the season, and make sure the brakes are working.
And I was presented with the wide open card for you. And the message that's coming with it is to be open to receive the messages that are coming through right now. You're being offered a fair amount of information that will help you on both personally and financially and on your journey. So just be wide open to it, listen to it, use only the advice that works for you. Okay.
And that's important.
Yes. And have a great time doing it.
Well, Carol, you're welcome. Same with you, Lily. Yeah. And we have someone called Gail.
Well, hello, hi, Gail.
Okay, you go ahead, Sean. I'm just...
Well, ooh, I don't know where that... Okay, there we go. Gail, the card I was presented for you is the spark card. And it's a spark of life. And you definitely, if I can get this down a little bit further, you definitely, as you can see on the card, definitely have that spark of life in you. And that the greatest thing you can do with it is to share it with everyone around you. Because when you do, things are amazing.
And I'll add to that, I pulled the 6 of Pentacles, and this is about balance. So when you're doing things inside your life, it's always important to balance, that you're making sure you're getting your rest, you're making sure you're getting your fluids, and you're taking care of your diet. But this is also about balancing money as well, and making sure that you have those little pots of money, like I like to do, for rainy days. So think of life as balancing it. Okay. Char. I was thinking, and for some reason, oh, did we pull her the 10 of Cups? Is that what happened?
You did.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. When you think of it, it does happen. Catherine says thank you. And Ilya. Hi, Ilya. Sure, we can pull a card for you. Let's see what we get. No, I don't like it. Let's go for another one. Nope. Okay, we'll get there. Not again. All right. No, still not the one that feels right. Okay, no. I'm getting there. There we go, the world. That feels like the one I want for you, Ilya, because things inside your world are turning and twisting and changing. And in the process, it may feel like you're doing that, the spin the top thing where you put your arms out and you spin, and then all of a sudden you fall to the side. Well, that's what it could feel like a little bit. But as long as you stand firmly, even on one leg, you notice that she's able to balance herself. And so for me, this means that you are making the balance. You're getting it just the way you want it, but it's going to take a little time. It may take anywhere from 21 days, 21 weeks, 21 months for it to balance out exactly the way you'd like to see it. But things are beginning to look up.
And I was presented with the Magic Stream card for you. And I'm being told that the representation of water for you is important, and that this is a good time for you to have a bubble bath or something like that. A bath, not a bath for getting clean, but a bath for relaxing, a couple of candles, a glass of wine, not too much wine because you don't want to fall asleep in the tub, but just set the atmosphere, have it peaceful, even if it's a light music playing that you like, possibly instrumental, and have a bath and soak and relax and just give yourself permission to luxuriate in it and be peaceful.
All right. So when Sean talks about the music and the band, I actually have someone playing The World is Alive with the Sound of Music and the Blue Daniel Waltz. So I don't know who that applies to, but I'm going to put it out there since it's in my head. And I don't suppose anyone recognizes the name Jack or Jake, because I have an apology, but the other portion of it is basically things are changing. Take it slow. Don't rush down the driveway. So if anyone recognizes the name or the sound, that's the message. All right. So Sean, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I'll share with everyone an interesting conversation that me and my guys had this week. We discovered the center of the universe. So after all these years of decades and millenniums of science and everything else looking for the center of the universe, us great old demolition guys found it. I'm the center of the universe. So are you.
I was just going to say that. Like
Each and every one of us is the center of our own universe. Everything about it reaches out from us and to us. And what a great responsibility to look at how you affect the world with the things you do and say. That's what I got to say. And now Christy would like a card.
And our cousin Sandy. Okay, so Christy, I pulled the Ace of Coins. And this normally says new starts, door opening, gate opening, window opening. But this one makes me today feel like there's a situation around you where light is being shone on it.
Hey,
be patient, and the answer will be made known. Take your time. Don't rush through it. And make sure you answer all the questions. And just look after yourself. I know you're in public health, I believe. So just look after yourself. The spring seems to be bringing you something new.
Well, I was given two cards for you. The first card is Storm Fields. And hearing that you're in public health answers a bit of a question there as to what was being said. And the other one's Magic Prayer. And so I'm going to say take extra precaution. Know that your angels are around you and loving you and will look after you and make sure that you take care of yourself. It's going to be a little stormy and bumpy ahead.
Okay, so hi, Sandy. How are you? Again, hope you're taking care since you're in the public health as well. I pulled this Three of Wands, and this is a slight change around your employment, but it's also maybe a slight change around your home. And it could be that you're either looking at maybe purchasing another place or you're looking at doing a renovation. But there is a lot of light around you. And I quickly want to say hello to you from Michael because I do feel he's here as well. And he wants you to know that he's doing okay. He's moving on. And there's a service or something coming up for him. And I would say it's obviously by video, and it could be a friend of his, or if the church, someone may be putting something together for him. Okay.
And I was given for you the sacred pool. And interesting enough, the message that's coming through from the other side is saying, hey, you need to drink more water. Water is the sacred pool of life because without it, these bodies don't operate. And so drink more water, take more time to breathe, and smile. Life is going to be okay.
Sandy said that she just painted her kitchen today. So she is doing a renovation or change. Delia, well, you're welcome. And Angie, good evening. Four of Pentacles, contemplation. This is, don't count your chickens before the eggs have hatched. Take your time, look at the situation around you, especially if it's financial, get some advice that can help you make a decision around it. And strangely enough, I'm going to say don't waste time in the process. Okay, so whatever it is, it's got to be something that you know that you should be looking at, but you've put off.
And pretty much goes in hand with this card. I was presented this card for you, the Balancing Act, Angie, and really a strong message saying that you need to take the time to make sure that you're balancing everything. Most importantly, balancing your self-care, that you're overextending yourself and actually not taking care of you, which is more important than anything else. And somebody on the other side, and I don't know who it is, actually it's a group of people, there's three people there, two women and a man, and they're just saying, do you not know how much we love you? So whoever they are, they're just sending great love to you and just want you to know that you are loved.
Okay. Sandy, check your taps in your bathroom and make sure that nothing's leaking. And Angie said she was just laid off, pondering some different job opportunities. Thank you. You're welcome, Angie. Okay, so one of the people I always read for, not on right now, I don't see her, is Sandra. So I'd like to pull a card for her because I tend to do that. And I picked the Star. And obviously tonight's all about balance because this is balance. Get your fluids, Sandra. Make sure that you're getting your downtime, but also remember to rejuvenate yourself by music, by dancing, by just movement alone. It's going to be really important for you over the next 8 weeks.
And I was presented with you, for you, the Magical Map Shifter. And it really is about movement in your life and just being open to the different possibilities and everything that comes your way. As you can see, it's a bit of a juggling act, so it's important to balance everything. But at the same time, you can rearrange things and boom, it's going to be an incredible journey. And Angie, I'm getting a message from the other side that says, take that one. I don't know what that means. They're not saying which one. They're just saying that you're looking at one and it's kind of a favor. You're favoring that opportunity. And they're saying, take that one.
Okay, Cynthia asked if we have any messages about her health. And I would say that if you need to talk to a doctor, definitely talk to one. But I feel like it may have something to do with blood. So I don't know if that's blood work, diabetes, but Cynthia, be aware of what's going on, or iron deficient. But I would definitely say it's something you should have checked if you're not 100% sure.
And I was told to tell you this. Learn more about, see if I can get this balanced. Learn more about what it is that's concerning you right now. The more you can get your head wrapped around it without worry, the better you'll understand what you need to do.
Okay. So one of the people that normally come on, Sean, is Amanda, Kathy's daughter. I don't see her here tonight. So I thought I'd pull a card for her because she's always on. And Amanda, pick the 2 of Cups. And this is the relationship one. This is about you and Donnie spending time alone, having those moments of rejuvenating your romantic relationship. And it's also about, again, balance, because 2 is about balance. And it's also the yin and yang energy. So to me, that is making sure you have the proper energy around you. You're balancing yourself.
And Amanda, this is the card that I was presented for you. It's a metamorphosis card. And it is about creating new things, taking the old and creating new from it. And whatever it is that you two are going to create will become even more beautiful than what it already was.
Okay, strangely enough, Kathy, if you're still on there, and that's Amanda's mom, just heard from Elvis Presley. Watch the movie Love Me Tender. Taylor, hello. So Taylor, there's going to be a few little changes happening around you. And one of the things is patience. And patience is a hard one. Okay. So with patience, it's like putting your desire to the back a little and allowing things to roll out the way they're meant to. I always find that hard. When I decide on something, I want to put it into motion. And I am learning even now that sometimes you have to sit back and think it out a little bit more before you put it into motion. Because if it happens too soon, then you may find yourself repeating it.
And I was given for you, see if I can get to do this. Yeah, my thumbs aren't working. This is the 2 of that Ariel. Sorry. I'm struggling a little bit. I have a funny thing going on and I'm just still working through it. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So whatever task it is that you're working on, it's important to make sure that you include some level of fun in it and joy. And when you do that, everything will come together perfectly.
Okay, so Cheyenne would be here, and Catherine, tell Cheyenne I got a whole bunch of goosebumps. So I think whatever she's up to, she's going to be fantastic at. Whoops, 4 cups. This is achieving her desires, but looking at it, looking down, moving it around a little bit, and just making sure things fit into place the way she'd like them to. And I feel like she's headed in the right direction, and it's going to take her a little bit. But if she's going into being a lawyer or police, any kind of justice field, she's going to be excellent at it.
And I was given, see how I can do this. I'll explain. The Lover's card, which is make choices from your heart, daily emotional commitments, the power of love. And Cheyenne, what I'm being told is anything that you apply yourself to, that you allow your heart to open up to, that you commit to, it's going to be incredible. I mean, you're just going to rock the world. Well, the world's a better place for your light in it.
Okay, so we have, I'm hoping I say that right, a slide from our New
From New
Zealand.
Zealand.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, slide from New Zealand.
Okay, I picked the judgment card for you. And this card normally would be to me, do not judge unless you know the answer in advance. But with this one, what I'm thinking is there's light being shone on a situation that you are going to have to make a decision about. And Sylvia, okay, Sylvia. So with this, you've got a decision to make, but it's a decision that's going to be made from your heart. It's not something that you're randomly making. And it feels like a really good decision. It feels like it's true to you, not to anyone else, but true to you. Okay, Sean.
Interesting card slide. This is the Four of Ariel, and it says, "When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money." And I'm curious, new baby coming somewhere in your life?
Yeah, it does look like she's pregnant in the background there.
Yeah. And I'm being told that when you give freely of your love to anybody, they are just better for it. And it does. It feels like there's a new life coming into your life. It's quite beautiful and quite loving. So I hope so. And congratulations. And then just love with all that you can love.
Okay, so Kathy brought forward her Cheyenne as well. So we'll pull a card first, the other Cheyenne. So Cheyenne, you've got a decision to make. And at this particular time, it doesn't matter which decision you have, which decision you choose, because whichever one it is, it feels like it's the right one. And what I just saw is the dog in the cloud. So you have either a dog around you who's passed, and see his brown nose over here, and it looks like his ears and everything. So you do have a dog looking after you, but I feel, Cheyenne, that you have a decision, and whatever choice you make will be the right one.
And I was presented with the cleaning house card for you, and really strongly being told that this is a good time to clean house, your personal house, and get your stuff in order, because there's change coming and you need to have your house in order for that change.
You're welcome, Sil. Okay. Okay, Karen is next. Hi, Karen. I pulled the sun for you. And look at the brightness and the happiness and just sitting there contemplating life and the balance of male, female energy. And these are children in actual fact. And it's that childlike quality we put inside of life that keeps us going. So remember to dig deep, find that child, let her out once in a while and have some fun. But it's also take a few moments and just contemplate life like the present now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, but now.
And I was presented with the leap of faith card for you. And what I'm being told, Karen, is sing as if nobody's listening, dance as if nobody's watching, and just allow yourself to be joyful. Give yourself permission to be happy and to be joyful, and don't worry about it, what anybody else has to say about it. Just do it. It will be the best thing you could do for your heart.
Okay, next is Brenda. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
Card, and this is about not fighting, not arguing, and you don't even have to be patient about it. It's just about surrender, because you've got, what am I thinking of? You have balance around you that allows you to make the choices that you need, but you also have the strength, the character to carry off events inside your life, both family and personal. And I feel like there's new choices coming towards you, and as long as you trust yourself, those choices will be the right ones for you.
I was presented for you the encouragement card. So the message that's coming through is to encourage you to breathe deep, love strong, know that you are cared for and that you're surrounded by beautiful people and beautiful spirits, and just enjoy this time. It may seem dark, but it actually isn't. You know what they say, it's always darkest before the dawn.
Okay. Okay, you're very welcome. And Kathy, if she's got a huge dog, tell her to be careful of him, like to make sure he's on his leash and everything. And I would say that probably Mike's the reason we pulled a card for her, because she's not on here tonight. So I'm just going with whatever we said. Mind you, I would tell her to watch. What's that Jungle Book story? The Jungle Book. Tell her to watch the Jungle Book. Okay. Anyone else have any questions they'd like to ask? Just a reminder that tomorrow night, Penelope and I are on at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So for all you in Alberta, that's 7:30. And for all you in the States, I have no idea. Depending on where you are. And then I'm on Thursday night. And I dropped a card.
So my guys and I are having a lot of fun this week, and a little bit last week. We're working on prepping a 5-story building to take down. And I have a little glitch. My glitch is that I have a jump instinct. They call it high place phenomenon, HPP. And what it is that it's not a suicidal tendency or anything. It's just that when I get in a really high place and I'm close to the edge, my brain wants me to jump. And most times I have it under control. But the last few days, it's been super active. And it actually makes me euphoric feeling. So my guy, I'm always wearing safety harnesses and whatnot because I'm smarter than that. But my guys have just been having a real giggle because for the first time in my career, they've had to babysit me. It's been a lot of fun, but it's why I can't seem to get the cards right tonight. And yes, Sylvia, I do see spirits. So does D'Arcy, and they communicate with me just the same way as I do with anybody else. Yes, it's through images, through smells, through feeling, but most of the time they just talk to me. I'd probably hear more names, but I have a glitch in my short-term memory around catching names. So they might be telling me their names, but I'm just not catching it.
Okay, and slightly different. I do hear, smell, sense, feel, but I will hear names. Or if I can't actually get the name, I'll go with the initial. and they can be dead and sometimes alive, especially if they have Alzheimer's. It seems like I can tap into Alzheimer patients or dementia. And so, yeah, it all depends. Uh, and they do try to give me something that will signify to you this is the person. And a lot of times what they do is they give me their middle name. Hope that
And
helps.
Kathy, what they look like, they show up in a lot of different forms. Most of them take a human form. Some of them very clear. You can see them just as if you're seeing another person. Some of them a little faded, with their face is a little dark, so you can't always see the details of their faces for me. And they talk to me just like we talk to you. I mean, I hear their voices and I hear their giggling and it's for me, it's a different world than this one a little bit. It has a different feel to it, but like D'Arcy, I get smells and everything. The only thing that I don't catch mostly is names.
Well, sometimes too, for me, they'll do physical manifestation. And what I mean by that, if they've had a heart attack or died of a stroke or hung themselves or shot themselves, I'll pick that up. And then the other part is like Sean, sometimes I can see them plain as day. Other times it's just this foggy image, and they'll do something that makes me know that I'm talking to the right person. And when I was a child, yes, Kathy, scared constantly. They used to show up the way they died. And I had to finally learn to say to them that if they wanted me to talk on their behalf or talk to them, they have to show up the way they would look in life. Because if I'm scared, what good is that? And so, yeah, but every now and then I'll get one that startles me. Like they'll just show up out of the blue and it's like, where'd you come from? So, but I'm not as scared of them now as I was when I was younger.
Yeah, there was a time in my life when they were scary, especially the ones that try and show up in a scary form and a scary illusion. Um, they don't scare me anymore. And also, they show up all the time like it's an everyday thing for me. Wherever I go, I see spirits and wind up talking to them. Um, and there's times when I tell them, okay, you know what? I just need a break. So everybody needs to back up. And they're very respectful that way. So, um, they're not scary anymore.
And to answer Sly's question, yes, we're brother and sister. My other sister will be on tomorrow night. And we're 5 generations. And my daughter is 6th generation, but she doesn't use it. It's probably going to end for me with my daughter. And yeah, it's just, we grew up knowing we were different. At least I knew I was different. I didn't know why I was different. I thought everyone could see dead people. You're welcome, Faye. Good night, honey. And it turned out not everyone could see dead people except my family. So yeah, it has been an interesting gift.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. And, it has its moments. Sometimes it's beautiful and wonderful. And every once in a while, it's heartbreaking.
Good night, Penelope.
Good night, Penelope. And Kathy, if you let them go, you only stop hearing them and feeling them when you choose to.
Yeah.
Because no one ever, it's an illusion that people believe that there's distance anywhere. There's no distance between here, there, or anywhere. It's just something that we've come to believe that there is distance between things, but there is no distance, and there is no then, and there is no now. It's all now.
Okay, well, thank you, Kathy. Maybe we will do that. Thanks. Good night, Sandy. So
Good night, Sandy.
on that note, we are going to say goodnight. We really enjoy having you come out and join us.
Yes.
Sylvia, show up tomorrow night and you can see how our sister does it too. We're all different. We read them the cards differently. Most messages, I believe, that we do, even with the cards, are coming from spirit because they're directing us to find the card to put it out there. Okay. One last question. Sonia asked something about her and her brother, but I don't think I'm picking up anything right now. What about you, Sean?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So again, thank you, everyone.
Thank
Really,
you, everyone. Have a
coming.
wonderful week. Be safe, and we'll see you next week.
Yes. May love, joy, peace, and happiness find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be everyone.
Night.